Hi, welcome back to Modern Daze, session 15. This is the same day that we've recorded 14, and I am knackered. We carry on. It's all fun. Ben will be joining us a little bit later. So at some point he's going to pop in, and Andy's going to have to rush around to fix the screens.
Thanks.
As usual. You're welcome.
Maybe I'll get it right first time.
This session's question is a good one, and it was from Ian. The funny thing, he had the question but not the answer. But hopefully he now has an answer, which is, if your character went missing, who would miss you the most? And I think we'll start with Ian, seeing as it's his question.
Fair enough. Hi, I'm Ian. I play Darrell, the Blade Singer. For Darrell, the obvious person would be Sir Francis Huntley, but Darrell's always felt that their relationship is, well, on Frank's part, is much more about guilt and duty rather than sort of an emotional bond. Then there's Sergeant Clement's sister Letitia, and Mary from the Shed's niece Sarah. They're fairly close friends. But Darrell feels that Darley, his cat, would miss him the most, at least until he finds someone else to feed him fresh caught trout from the sylvan rivers of Arcadia.
Amazing. Yeah, cats are fickle creatures.
We should know.
Whatever feeds it next, you know what I mean? Yeah. I love it. Okay, Kyle.
I'm Kyle by Cadman, the better Paladin.
That's going to be a thing now, isn't it?
It's sticking now, that's it. It's sticking.
Other than, well, there's lots of people that probably miss him more for the fact of the deals he has with them. And they'll be losing out on all the benefits. But probably Lady Luck will probably miss him most. Or possibly the Gorgon he befriended a few years back that he visits every now and then. The fact that he makes jokes of turning into stone and winds her up.
The only thing she doesn't affect, a man made of stone. Ken.
I think the only person that would miss Liam, because he hasn't got any friends at all, Dusk might do, but she's a fickle fey creature and would probably forget about him in an instant, is Dr. Westfield, just purely because what he can get out of such a unique specimen.
That is a sad state of affairs, but the only person that's going to miss you is the person that just needs you for body parts.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah. God damn. Let's go, Tom.
So, yes, family's going to miss him. Grandparents, they're going to miss him. Mum will miss him, but then she'll just get over it because she's a big hippie and believes in like the cycle and reincarnation and all that sort of stuff. Well, I think the person who's going to miss him the most is actually Renee. He's right-hand person at the Capoeira school. She's been around forever, one of his students originally, and now she's one of the teachers.
Yeah, I didn't think of Renee. Well done. I like that. Andy, naturally.
Okay. So, as has been mentioned a number of times, Beren is quite old and has some memory issues and has gaps in his memory and tends to forget things. So actually the person who would miss Beren most is someone that Beren currently has forgotten he knows. It's a quite an old elf by the name of John Shepperson, and at least that's the name that Beren knows him by. It's the name that the man uses while not in the Fae. They met in 1651 when they worked together to help the future King Charles II escape from captivity. And they've been friends ever since, though currently Beren has actually, as I said, forgotten who John is. And John is actually unaware of this, though there is a mobile phone number for John Shepperson in his Beren's mobile phone. He just has no idea who it is. But that's, to be fair, that's not the only number. He has no idea who it is. But there is actually
Yeah,
a precaution
the-
that's been set, is that John actually carries with him a letter written by Beren with a photo of the two of them together in about the 1960s, which is designed to help bring back Beren's memories. But at the present moment, John doesn't realise that Beren has forgotten him again. This is a bit of a regular occurrence.
Bless. The risks of being Beren's friends. Let's hope he doesn't forget you mid-battle. And so we head back into the battle, where currently our heroes are facing Efnician. They have fought their way through the fort. It was a tough fight. It could have gone either way, I think. There were a couple of bad rolls for me, but also a couple of good rolls. So on the edge. And now they are facing a very powerful wizard. However, it's just him, so who knows? And it
And
is
his
his
crow.
turn. What?
And his crow.
And his crow. His crow that has 1 hit point.
And he's scared of me. I
And
thought
it's
it was some
scared
kind
of
of
you.
magical familiar that was going to cause all kinds of problems.
It is, but it has 1 hit point. But that's my fault for not looking that up. It's the same with like Remy. Remy's probably got what?
No, 1
2
hit point.
hit points?
No, 1 hit
Yeah,
point.
one
That's
hit,
it.
1 hit points. Yeah. It's just about keeping them safe, I guess. So, Efnician, being ganged up upon, a lot of his spells have now not taken effect at all, including the one he had prepared for the people storming his sanctuary.
Awfully
So-
sorry about everybody missing that, so.
Yeah, terrible.
No.
I'm so mad. He does look very upset. He's going to, I think, probably. Hang on. I keep forgetting that most people are in. He knows now that Raphy's immune to poison. Let's see.
Yep.
I will use a random token here. I just need a random token. Let me use this one. But just ignore the actual thing of it. And he's going to cast it. Reaches his hand out. And a movement happens in the middle of the floor between you guys, between you all. And insects start to fill the space.
Ooh.
I'm going to just see the range on this. 20-foot radius.
Oh, God.
So-
Insect swarm.
And I think that's actually also concentration now as well. It is. So this thing at the bottom drops. So anybody restrained, which I don't think was. Oh no, wait. I think Cadman was restrained and Liam.
Yeah.
You're now no longer restrained. Instead, he's going to do something that you can't fucking miss.
So the tentacles have dropped, have they?
Tentacles have dropped now. I'll get rid of that in a minute. You can just ignore it.
That's nice because I was going to take 3d6 damage in a few
There he
turns.
was.
You're about to take
half.
some more damage now anyway, so don't cry about it. Let me see. There you go. Oh, can you guys see that aura?
Yes.
Ugh.
I can't for some reason.
Wrong layer? I don't know. Blind.
Oh, blind, that could be it. Save settings, that's better. And he does it so he doesn't get himself in, but gets everybody else. So everyone except Liam
And me.
and you, because you're behind him. So that is I believe, Constitution saving throw, please. Yep. DC is 17. Oh, nat 20. Hey, we got a Ben! Just in time to do a con save.
Oh,
I'll let him.
He's not in chat. You've got to wait for roll 20 to load up yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. I might need to make it for him.
What was the
I didn't
DC?
mean to reread his character.
17.
Okay.
It is half damage on the,
Why's
takes.
Darrell done his con save twice?
Don't know. I only clicked it the once, but oh no, I see. I did click it twice, but I thought when the panel came up, I needed to click it.
Right, 23 is the first one, so we'll take that one.
even with the -5 that you normally have to do for your con saves, he still passes.
It still passes, yeah. You all right there, Ben?
You muted, mate.
He might just still be
Might
sorting
not
stuff
be.
out.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get on roll 20. Hi guys, sorry. for being late.
Hello.
No worries.
Hello, mate.
I'm just going to roll you a con save, all right? Just so
Yeah.
whilst you're booting up.
You'll probably do better than I would. So
Well, you did. You saved by 1. There you go.
hey, see,
And I think with evasion, you miss all of it. Isn't that nice?
No, evasion is
rogues.
specifically deck save.
Yes.
You are
Yes,
correct.
it's same,
Yes. I take it back. I'm sorry. Everyone that didn't save, which did. No, that's
saved.
everyone, isn't it? Yeah, that's everyone that's in it. So everybody saved. So that is 13 points. 13 points of piercing damage as these buzzing insects fly all around you and bite into your face and just any exposed skin.
Right. Specifically, are they flying? They're not crawling on the ground. Because
a point.
I'll lose Remy if
Through
that's
that.
because even if he saves, he's still got only 1 hit point.
It was 13.
It does say sphere, so I'm afraid they are flying. It's not circle, it's sphere, so it is all of that space, which
Fully
means
disappears.
Remy
Something
goes.
about the fragility of familiars.
Yeah. Something. There it goes.
Glass cannon.
Everybody can walk over that space, by the way. That token that I've put down, I've just obviously put it there for the
That's there
aura
for
effect.
Point. Yeah.
So I'll take 7 because I've got resistance because it's a spell.
Yes, that is true. And anybody within his aura, which I believe is Liam, who doesn't get affected anyway.
Yep.
And he hasn't been hit at all, has he? No, hasn't had any damage. That's it. That's all he needs to do. It is Raphy's go.
Sweet. I'm just going to go all out on him.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'll be putting on stunning strikes as much as I can,
Okay.
or as much as I need to do.
Yep.
First one.
Is
Yes.
okay. I'll wait until the end.
I've got to add Spirit Shroud as well. I can't remember what that is actually. I think it's a D8. Spirit Shroud, an extra D8 of Radiance.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a D8 of Radiance.
Yep.
Which is 4 points radiant, and I might as well put the extra hits that I can do anyway of force
on
this one as well.
Yeah.
So that's total 17 points, but I don't know if I can't remember what you said about all the bits and pieces. And I'll put a stunning strike on there as well, please.
Yep. Okay.
So that's a con save, I believe.
Constitution save. 23. Think he saves.
Damn it. Okay.
Everybody stop saving.
Yeah. Right.
You can save too with the Halifax.
Attack 2.
19 hits. Should hit. Yeah.
Yeah. And then another D8 of 8 points of radiant.
Yep.
Stunning strike.
Oh, that's stuff at 8. Okay. Stunning strike again. Another wisdom save.
Con save.
Con save, sorry. I know what I meant. I did a con save before. 19.
Yes. Damn it. Flurry of blows.
How many key points have you got left? Jesus.
I'm literally unloading everything at the minute.
Fair.
Okay.
Do it.
So this is number 3. And another
20 hits.
Okay,
11.
and another D8 and another 8 of radiant. Okay, and stunning strike.
Sorry, I'm just calculating the hit point loss first. And another stunning strike.
Yeah.
Constitution save. 21.
Fuck's sake.
Sorry, he's got a +7 to his con.
Jesus. To do flurry of blows at this one.
This node goes to the gym.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, flurry of blows.
Been down there a long time.
Flurry attack 4.
Okay.
Does that hit 15 hit?
Does not hit.
Okay.
He knocks your hand aside with the staff.
Okay. That's fine. That needs to take 4 different. I'm going to take 4 key points off. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Jesus. He managed to avoid 3 stunning strikes. Jesus.
Ben, are you ready to go?
Yep.
Just
right,
one
to
one
describe
thing.
the situation. Yeah.
I don't think Ben. I don't think you've taken the hit points off Hendrix from the.
Oh, I thought B was doing it.
For the
insect blade.
Insects.
which was how much was it?
13.
13. 1-3.
13. You are correct. I did not take that off. So Hendrix, Ben, could you take off 13 points for Hendrix from before? Sorry.
A wizard with a +7 con save.
He's undead.
He's a deity, isn't he? He's not a wizard.
I got
Yeah.
He's not dead.
Deity, so he's got to be
He's
pretty
very
badass.
powerful.
Yeah.
Creature thing, isn't he?
If anybody wants to make me a religion or arcana check, I'll tell you
Yeah.
exactly what he is.
I'll fucking do that now. So I've been beating the shit out of him and going, what the fuck is it? Excuse my language.
We have beaten him
You're right
quite
there.
badly.
That 20, there you go. He's a lich. He doesn't know shit.
I know nothing. I'm just getting angry.
Cadman knows everything. Cadman's gone, this guy's a lich.
Raphy's like, this nerd won't go down. Go to sleep.
Ben, did you manage to sort out taking those 13 hit points off, mate?
I'm sorting it out now because I had to reload up the Beyond D&D thing because it was still showing max hit points on there, which wasn't the same as what was on the table. So 13 off of 62.
You got absolutely pummeled earlier on in the last session. Hendrix did.
Yeah, sorry.
And he's had quite substantial lot of healing on him.
Okay.
Yeah. Nearly
What
lost
was I
Hendrix,
doing
sorry.
anywhere near a fight? Honestly, you guys don't
Well,
know.
We
You
thought
were.
In fairness,
we put you somewhere where we thought you were safe.
it turned out very much not safe.
And then B brought 3 tough enemies up behind you.
And one of them actually charmed you to bring you closer to them. And you went and sat by them looking adoringly in their face. And then the other 2 came along and wailed on you. and B's been rolling ridiculously well.
I think there was enough. I think it was 62 hit points done to you in one round.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
You then once you to your senses, you bounced and hid. You misty stepped and hid.
Yeah.
Good.
But you still got all the kill steals.
Good.
Yeah.
Including all of mine. And we
not all
worked
of yours. I think Liam and
okay, yeah. But we have worked out that thanks to everybody kill stealing from Raphy, he's had 1 kill this entire campaign so far.
He's a peaceful monk, you know.
Yeah.
Not a competition, is it?
It's not got the killing instinct. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He is the only person who cares about it as well.
Yeah.
He is the only person who cares about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't.
Is it my fault that you throw 3 stunning strikes at someone and can't hit once? You know.
Oh. Listen, I hit him.
Tom and penis.
Double-eyed bastard. Fucking bitches.
So funny. Okay, right.
Yeah. Okay.
Ben, it is your turn. You are hidden, so you may take your strikes with advantage for the first hit, and I mean you get sneak attack anyway.
But you're currently sat within an insect plague.
Yeah.
You probably want to get out of this. That is a pillar, so you'll have to come out from behind it. That's what you're hidden behind, essentially.
Okay. What's the thing at the middle of the circle?
It's just a marker.
Oh, that is just a marker. Ignore it. It's not there. It's just to represent the circle.
Right. Okay.
So all the yellow is bad. It's all insects and this guy is the bad guy, Ethnesian, which I think you should have seen the picture of on the screen as you came in. If not, I can show you again.
I didn't, but I'm assuming it looks like that dude, so that's fine.
Yeah.
The
person
like that dude.
The person that Raphy's beating on.
Yeah. Can I shoot round the corner from there, or do I have to be in the next square?
You would have to come out, but shooting means that you come out of stealth anyway. You can't stay in stealth.
Yeah.
You can always dip back afterwards if you like.
Dip back. Okay. I'm sure he's going to have lots more other things to worry about than me, because we've got, Andy's character, right, and Raphy and everything else happening. So, okay, so I'm going to shoot him, I guess.
Yep, go for it. You do get advantage on this first hit.
Marvelous. There we go, Psychic Blades. Oh. 21
hits. Yeah. Do you want to roll again, see if you get a crit?
Sure. I did not, but I got squeezed another couple out.
There you go.
Right.
It hits anyway.
Okay. And does it counts as sneak attack? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you just press the...
Oof. 39 points total.
Jesus. He's not looking happy at all.
Good.
Cool. Do you want to take your bonus attacks?
Yes.
Bonus. Yep.
Can I... so, I only moved a couple of squares, so can I use my... bonus action to have another attack and then still move back behind cover?
You can, but you can't hide. So you can either use your bonus you can use your bonus action to attack now, or you can move backwards and attempt to hide with your bonus action.
Okay.
You will get sneak attack each round that somebody's in combat with him, but you won't get advantage if you're not hidden.
That's up to you.
We're dead next round.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
No,
you guys are fine.
Not you. You'd be dead. He'll be dead.
Right. But I mean, it's possible I could be dead as well. Yeah. Okay, so I will take the shot.
Okay, next shot.
And where is it? Bonus action. Psychic Blades.
Okay.
And that does not.
There we go.
Be enough, is it?
15 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Whisk past him.
And then
but you can go back and get that sweet cover. So if you move here, it's full cover.
Okay, but does that mean because the circle is slightly over the corner of that?
No, I wouldn't say
You would
so.
then be in the
It's barely cutting the corner.
It is, however, in fairness, if auras affect people in a 20-foot radius,
okay,
in the squares, then so do the bad stuff. So technically, I think actually where you are is still technically part of that, but I will count this square.
No, there is a difference between squares and circles. Auras,
yeah. But if he's there and the corner is just in, then because we've ruled it that the auras can give their benefits.
Yeah.
People just in. So if you move there, you will be plague insect. Alternative, you can move here and be covered and not hurt.
Is this table and stuff up here?
I would say the table does not provide full cover.
Okay.
3/4 maybe, but it's not complete like a pillar would be.
Okay, so what have I got to move there? Did you say?
So here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one down. Yeah. All right.
So,
before Berens go, he's going to take an action.
Legendary action.
He's going to take a legendary action. I think he's quite angry now. So
no, he's calm. He's collected.
He started angry and he's got
all in a day's work, surely.
Yeah.
Quite upset. Everyone except Cadman and Liam. He slams his staff down into the ground, and you all feel this like lurch of almost like your body is being pulled this way and that, ripping your insides up. Everyone make me a con saving throw, please. 17 again.
Oof.
Oof, indeed. So Hendrix.
Actually, wait a minute. Am I in Berens'
unfortunately
aura?
not a
No, you're not. I've already looked for that, mate.
Yeah.
Shit.
You will be when I get one step further forward.
Yeah.
When it finally gets there.
Sorry?
So you need to make a con saving throw. This is an effect. Sorry, yeah. I tried to make you safe. I can't. I just can't. Everyone fails that's within this aura. This feeling of being twisted and warped inside, you all take 25.
What?
I think it's necrotic damage.
Get out here with your gruffy damage.
It's necrotic damage.
25.
Necrotic damage. 25.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're okay.
Oh, fine.
So it's fine for some people, yeah.
Yeah. You're fine. That's his go. So Beren.
Right.
Did you just add your 25, Ian?
Yeah, I think I got that wrong, didn't I?
Yeah, points went up.
Oh, look at what went down there. So it's
25,
25, you say? Yeah.
Yeah.
650. No, I thought.
Right.
Try
I'm
that again.
going to take a step forward. So Raphy is now in Beren's aura, should it become relevant.
Yeah.
Now,
and you are both flanking.
was there any... am I correct that when he did any spell that he's done that requires verbal components, the crow has spoken?
Yes, for him.
Right. I'm going to try...
that thing that he didn't seem to be a spell. That was an ability, but every other time when it's been a spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and hit the crow.
Yeah, go for it.
Do I have advantage on this? Because
Because
Raphy is sort of engaging him.
Yeah.
The crow's on his shoulder.
So
So I have advantage.
They're occupying the same space for the purposes. I should have written it better, but it just is what it is. That hits and you kill it.
Okay.
You can't.
Okay. Maybe that'll stop him doing
some spells.
Yeah. It will not let me do
the advantage roll thing.
It is alt, isn't it?
Shift. So hover over the bee, then shift.
Oh,
Bee.
that's it. Idiot.
You got it.
Right, that's a hit. I assume 28.
Yeah. It's got 1 hit point. You kill it.
No. This is my second attack on him.
Oh, on him. Okay, yep, go for it. This crow sort of the body just lands on the floor.
Yep. And if that stops it doing verbal spells, then that's good. If it has that effect. So that is 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage.
And sorry, should it be relevant? 13 slashing, 7 radiant.
Yep.
And I'm then going to drop a divine smite in.
Okay.
A divine smite at
the highest possible level.
3rd level divine smite.
He's undead, so it counts as.
So that's 5d8, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh,
Another 28 damage.
Literal threads. You
Um,
can see the panic in his eyes.
It's going down far too quickly for such a big baddie.
Yeah, something's going to happen here.
I'm just
yeah, don't forget
smile on my face. I'm just expecting some. You thought?
Yeah, don't forget we have unloaded quite a bit
of the necrotic damage.
Yeah,
we have.
Oh yes, good point. B, just to remind you, with Spirit Shroud, he can't heal until my next turn because of the spirits bothering the shroud.
Honestly, I don't think we're even going to get to his turn. You imagine.
Right.
But I have noted that he's been hit with Radiant anyway, so.
Well, no, it's not because it's Radiant. It's because Spirit Shroud can be different types.
Right. As a bonus action, can I attack with an offhand weapon even if I'm untrained? And the offhand weapon happens to be a shield.
Yes.
No, because both weapons have to be light.
Yeah.
Even yeah.
Okay.
Unless you've got the dual wielder feat that allows you to deal. Yeah.
And even if you did, it would only do 1 damage because you're untrained.
No, but it would be plus strength bonus.
No.
It'd be
only strength damage is added to
2-weapon fighting.
Yeah, but you don't have another weapon, so the damage would be classed as an improvised weapon, which is at most D4.
Why have I got 2 weapons? Okay.
Everybody gets 2-weapon fighting on their sheets. It's an automatic thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They both need to be light.
Okay.
No. Yeah, dual wielder and 2-weapon fighting style are distinct from each other as well.
So I can't punch him with a shield to do. It would just do a point of damage.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. How many times have you attacked him?
To kill it.
Oh, because you attacked the Raven, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's not a competition. Look at him squirming to get that extra bit of damage in.
He wants to get the kill.
No. I want to make sure this guy goes down.
Yeah.
He wants the kill. It's all right. Liam's going to get the kill anyway.
Yeah.
I've got nothing I can do. So, yeah.
That's all right. He's going to take another legendary action.
Okay.
Total
would
heal.
have waited, but however,
He can't heal until
can't
the start of my next turn.
Why
literally
can't he heal?
Because of the Spirit Shroud.
radiant.
No,
The Spirit Shroud.
Spirit Shroud stops him from anybody I hit cannot heal until starts my next turn because of this spell.
That's vicious.
It's a 10-foot radius, and I've got a 10-foot reach with my arms.
He's going to. I think there's no way for him to get away. He knows he's losing. Last ditch attempt. He's going to drop his staff and reach out his hands towards Baron. Make a melee, which doesn't hit. At 14, I'm assuming.
No, AMAC 20.
So he's essentially like desperate last attempt, trying to scratch at you. This black energy is just pouring from his hands, trying to make contact with you at any point. And he doesn't. And it is Liam's go.
All right, I'm going to drop a Slayer's Prey on him as well. This bonus action. I'm going to try to shoot him.
Shoot her!
It's a hit.
How would you like to do this? He had 6 hit points left.
Oh. That's the
Right through the face.
Hunter's Mark and the Slayer's Prey. I think he would go for the heart again.
Yep.
He's used. Yeah.
So you see his body fall from in front of you, Baron, as this arrow pierces his chest. And
as I hit twice, can it do the like 2 arrows straight into his heart as a blow? Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, these 2 arrows just hit like bullseye straight on top of each other into this thing. It thuds, and in his last moments, he just looks like a normal guy, and his eyes lose their lifelessness. The magic gone from him as he falls to the ground. He's not wearing armor. All of his sturdiness comes from the fact that he was just a very powerful lich. He crumbles into ash, and again this robe falls over it, and a green light springs out from within. You know this light now, and streaks off.
Is it a spirit? Down. Because if it's a spirit, I want to hit it with Gates of Shibalba. We worked out.
Do you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Make me. I will do it against his. Let's do it contested against his charisma. So I'm going to do him a charisma saving throw, and I want you to.
Is this essentially an attack of opportunity?
It's a wisdom saving throw. According to your thing, it's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I will do a wisdom saving throw.
DC 17.
DC 17. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a flavored reaction because it's not supposed to be a reaction, but no. I would do it just for this situation. You let off this this gate to Shibalba, and there's a rip in reality, and you can all see this dark flames coming up from the other side. It's like a horror in itself, and this thing is zipping straight for it and just dodges out of the way. It does not take effect.
Where's this green going?
It goes up towards here.
Where?
Sorry. Right, I'll show you the route it takes.
Ooh.
So it drops from there, and it goes up, and it goes. Okay.
Okay.
Do you all see that?
Yeah. Up until the
you are
left.
out of initiative. You are,
we?
out of initiative. Yes, you are out of initiative.
Okay, I'm running after it.
Same.
Yep, you
Yeah, I think
run
we
after it.
need to run after it. Yeah.
I will keep the map here just for the sake of visuals, but you are out of initiative. This thing falls, all of it goes away. You come to this area. You can see that there is a chamber here. This one has a gate, and it's got one of those rough iron portcullises that you can see through to the other side. There seems to be a statue, a pillar that's carved and has this green light circling within it. Cadman, you know what a lich is. You know what a lich phylactery looks like. You rolled a nat 20.
I was
That
going
is
to
its
roll religion
phylactery.
as well.
You can do so, or
No, 10.
You're not too sure. You're just concentrating so much on rush into this thing. So there is a door in the way. It is. It doesn't even look like it's something that can be opened. It's been closed for so long.
Literally want to run, try and smash it, whole body check it, try and break it down.
Yeah, sure. Make me a strength check or athletics if you have athletics.
Right. I'm gonna.
If you're trying to push it or pull it, let me know.
I'm gonna say to Raphy, let's work together.
Okay.
Right.
You can either roll separately or.
Do you want? That helps. But...
Yeah, you do that, mate. We'll try and get through.
What did you say, Ben? I missed that.
I could just try and teleport through it, if that helps.
Go ahead.
I mean,
yeah.
Is this thing going to be dangerous, or is we just got to smash it?
I think we just got to smash it.
Okay.
I'll
teleport.
Okay, Andy, if we're both body checking it, I've got a +4 in athletics.
I've got 9. So
right, you roll with advantage.
The DC you're trying to beat is 25.
Can we? Okay.
Oof.
You go.
I wondered if we could get more than just 2 people on it.
Yeah, you can do that. The third person will essentially be rolling by themselves. If there is 4 people, that's 2 people with advantage or 4 separate checks. It's how you're going to spread your thing.
Okay. And what are we rolling to?
Oh, wait a minute.
Strength or athletics?
Hang on. Cadman, you've got a big stick. Can you try and smash it with the hammer? With your Morningstar?
Smash it with a hammer.
Can I shoot my psychic things at it? Yeah, I'll do that then.
So, Cadman, you are trying to pull the door. And then, Hendrix, you pop a psychic blades through to the other side.
Yep.
Roll me your psychic blades. The DC to hit it is only 10.
Which case, can I firebolt it then as well?
Yeah, can I shoot it?
Yeah. You see that he's doing this thing through the door. Make me your checks. Basically, the amount of there is a damage threshold on these things, and then
nat 20. But unfortunately, you won't get sneak attack though. No.
Can you not sneak attack a phylactery?
I don't think you can sneak attack an object.
You can't.
No, it's an object.
Oh.
Hide from it.
Hide from it.
Yeah.
Hide from the object first.
So that's on the 8 points of damage, but still
16.
16.
Oh
doubles,
no.
Yeah. Why didn't it put
walked out?
It didn't put the crit on it.
It didn't put the crit on. Let's say it's 16.
I'm not sure if the firebolt done anything, but that was 19 points of damage.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
that came through.
Apologies, I missed that. 19, you smash this thing. There's like a black glass that was holding around thing. The black glass opens. This stuff starts to dissipate. This psychic blade comes through and basically pushes the whole middle section of this. It's like a large pillar very ornate with this glass piece in the middle that had this fire in it, this greenish glowing.
Oh, you've
light.
frozen.
And as you both smash through it with your attacks, it just dissipates. And yeah, seems to have gone.
Seems to have gone.
Is that green glowing sphere disappeared then? So there's a green flame in the statue, and then there's a green sphere of the spirits.
So it was like the pillar that was this all carved bits. There's a bit in the middle that's like black glass in a sphere around it that was holding this green light. You could just see it because it was black glass. And the first hit from Darrell smashed the glass, and then the second hit from the psychic blades basically dissipated this green light, this green flame from within, and it's completely destroyed. The tower's still there, but it doesn't look like it's got any life in it.
Okay, so I'm.
Should we have another go at breaking this down?
Yeah, with time, you don't need to roll. There is enough strong people here.
Well, you say that, but there's a second green thing came in here, and someone needs to go and look through this doorway here to this tower and see if there's another one reforming in there.
I'll go and have a look.
What? There could be two of these things.
No, the first. Do you remember that first one we fought?
And then we fought again recently.
Yeah.
That green spirit thing happened to him as well.
Okay, so yes, but we don't know that green spirit didn't come here. So are we saying that?
No, I'm not.
We don't know.
We don't know where it went.
We saw it come down these stairs.
Right. Okay.
Liam, as you look in here, the same thing. There is a green light within black sphere, and exactly the same makeup. This one is obviously still
the thing
in there.
like I saw the others do.
Yeah. Again, there is no actual time pressure here. It takes a day to regenerate, so these things are helpless.
Mm-hmm.
You destroy the glass. The light within it is dissipated. Over the next couple of minutes, those amongst you can break down these doors or pull or push them open, or even just and you can investigate this room and or whatever it is that you wish to do.
I had a hunter's mark on that thing on the lich.
Yep. You don't get any feeling that it's basically gone from your
which means
from your senses.
Right. Okay. Cool. That's what I was checking. Yeah. To make sure that it has actually been destroyed now.
Okay. Here's a question, folks. If this Ephesius was the one that raised all these undead, are they all now collapsed, or are they just not unable to come back and regenerate?
It depends. It's linked to this bubble realm, isn't it? I don't know.
All of you can make me investigation checks. Yeah, I'll say just investigation.
I'll give somebody advantage.
Anyways, Liam, cool.
Who's taken the advantage?
Advantage, yeah.
Who's done it?
Who wants to take the advantage there?
I'll take the advantage if you want.
Hold your piece.
Yeah.
Okay. It says, is it shift? We said it was.
Just to say, B, that Baron is walking to there in the middle of the chamber.
Yep.
And then there to there, and then doing divine sense.
Yes. You push out your senses
60 feet
and scour this place
for any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Nothing pops up except Liam. and anybody else that's been mentioned. Unfortunately, there's no Faye because Remy's gone poof. It's all right. He's only sleeping. Darrell and Liam, you're both looking around this space. Its obvious purpose at one point was to host living beings, but being as for the past several hundreds, maybe thousands of years, it's only ever hosted undead. There's no sense of homeliness around it. There's no need for them to cook. There's no need for them to sleep necessarily. You do find in, I'd say probably this room once the doors open. This is kind of like Ephesian's sanctuary, the place where obviously he'd safely put his phylactery and had spent perhaps quite a long time. There are carvings all along the walls, like in tiny, tiny writing, just everywhere. It is in a language I don't think either of you, I think only Baron recognizes Middle Welsh. But you know that he knows that, so you can bring him in to try and sort of get an idea about what this is. So if you're going to do that, I can let you know that essentially this is like.
Would we know? Well, if we can't speak it, we would just call everybody in to say, everybody know. So if we can't speak Middle Welsh, we wouldn't know that it's Middle Welsh to say that it's.
That's very true. Yeah. So you call everyone in. Everyone takes a good look. Baron, you recognise this and can say, "This is Middle Welsh."
What's Middle Welsh?
It is written form.
What's Upper Welsh, Lower Welsh, Middle Welsh?
Modern Welsh.
Right.
Middle Welsh is sort of like in between. I'm joking.
Baron is the only Welsh in the village.
The only Welsh. The only mage. This seems to be a chronicle of his time in Caer Sidi. Some of it is like manic man ramblings of him not being able to talk anymore, about how he had found himself alive after he had destroyed the cauldron somewhere within this thing, but he had been lost to his own mind for some time, so he was just wandering Caer Sidi for quite a time. He's lost the cauldron. It's somewhere here. He thought that he was dead, and discovering he was in fact dead, it sent him mad. He started creating his own spells. He started dedicating himself to a craft. And then when he discovered that he was sharing this space with Gwydion, it just became like a war for territory. They could not agree with each other about who should be in charge, both strong-headed. Lots of detail here that I won't go too far into. The important bits are there's a piece of the wall that is, Baron, even you can't read it. Like, you know it's in Middle Welsh, but it's like arcane Welsh.
Arcane
and
Middle
it's insanely hard to read. You realise that this is essentially, this part of the wall is a spell book.
Well,
and there is a spell on this wall, or at least a couple of them, that with time could potentially be translated.
So, I'm going to take out my mobile phone.
Yep.
Does that? I know it's got no signal on it, but can I use it as a video camera and record?
You absolutely can. It works just fine. You turn it on. It's a little bit low in battery. It's about sort of 80% now. It's been off.
I'll get out my battery charger at the same time.
80%, you old man.
0.
Gotta wait until that's like the 16-15% before you put that on charge.
Yeah, don't you? Yeah, absolutely. And I'll basically
Start.
I will video all of it.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
just
you do that.
I've got written on my character sheet. I think some I've already picked up somewhere else. An amulet with a Welsh symbol on it. Was that?
I believe that was from the first foray into this place.
Yep.
And that was actually from our friend in the other room. And you see that symbol somewhere in this chronicle. You know that Ephesian kind of several hundred years after he's established himself here, several parties of adventurers often come into Caer Sidi seeking its wealth and fortune, and then often dying to Gwydion's plants and such. Fuck it, you rolled enough high investigation, Liam and Darrell did. So you read part where the waters here, along with his spellcraft, he could bring people back to life. But he did it in a way that put them into his thrall, under his control. And he adopted essentially a son, Gwillem, which is the other person that obviously you would never know his name, but that was his successor to be in the next several hundred years or whatever. He was teaching him the next bits up from lichdom. Gave him his own phylactery, etc., etc., etc. There is, along with this writing and chronicling, which you can decipher at your leisure later on, if you wish to. There is a few items that you will find amongst the rubble.
There's also that pile of treasure that was outside the front.
Is me counting that into the thing as well, because you've got, like I said, you've got time now. You've cleared out this fort. Nothing else is getting in. For the moment, for as long as you guys need.
Whilst these guys are looting the place, I want to go back up to the courtyard.
Yep.
Call for Huel.
Yep. He flies down to you, and he says, "I assume you were successful."
It's done. I know you don't like the whole thing with the tinged one. First things first, is there still undead creatures walking around outside the castle?
No, as of a few minutes ago, they all dropped to the ground.
Sweet. Right. In that case, can you go and tell the tinged one that it's all sorted, it's done, and then go and tell your boss lady that it's done, and then we'll come back as soon as we can. Unless
communicate with Gwydion the way I did before. I have no way of communicating with
Morridwen.
Morwit until it is likely she knows and will contact me first. I will let you know when that happens. But you are right. I will let the tinged one know that it has been done, though he likely knows too. And who will doesn't go back into owl form, but just simply goes to the doorway where this overgrown nest is, casts this commune with nature, and begins his spell, communicate. You all find amongst the rubble of this place several items and gold amounting to, somebody roll me 10d6.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to write the list into the chat, so we've got a record of it.
Yep.
So rolling 10d6.
Oh. Yeah, go for it.
Go on in. You haven't got to do your fireball, so you might as well do 10d6.
Well, it wasn't going to be a fireball. It's going to be an animate object, but yeah.
Oh, is it? You've got spells now, just in case.
That's one.
Oh, that wasn't it. Sorry.
No, that's
one. I'll tell you what. We'll take that. We'll just times it by 10.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah. So another 9.
Yeah. Another 9
d6
on top of that.
Yeah.
Another 96, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought you meant 9 total.
28 plus 34. 340 gold.
34. Right, you find this isn't just all in gold. This is in items that can be sold for this amount. 3,400 gold pieces worth of either old gold, items that are not broken or too rusted, items that can be sold or pretended that you found them in your back garden when you dug up shit, or
I can sort
however
all this,
you're going to
all this out.
Yeah. Baron's got connections in that regards. So you have for the party 3,400 gold pieces worth. You also
sorry, on that front,
okay.
The guy that we killed upstairs, the sort of apprentice lich, we got his armor a second time.
So you got another set of armor. It's not actually any other armor. The other guys were just as heavily armored. What you do find on him is a very nice looking sword. It's not magical, but it is a very nice looking sword. That amounts to quite a bit of that money.
Oh, that's part of
part of the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Part of the money. Yeah. Or you could keep it if you want to, but it probably wouldn't be as powerful as the stuff you've already got. But what you do find is that he, one of the people had a shield. The shield looks very Celtic. It's got a Triscale on the front, which is the swirly boys, the 3 swirls going off of each other.
The Triscale. Triscale.
That's it. Yeah.
Triscale, whatever. It's there's a very nice shield there. There is also a very nice. This is in a box, like this, obviously not being used by any of them. Set of glass beads on a string, sort of like a necklace. Very pretty. There's 6 beads there, and that's it.
So are these included in the 3,400 or these?
No, the shield and the necklace are separate. And obviously, if anybody wants to identify or anything like that, they can do.
Unfortunately, I've got to identify, but we'll detect magic.
Let's just take them back with us. We can
There's no rush, is there? I've got 10 minutes, so I'll do detect magic.
So you do detect magic. The beads show up as magic.
Does it say which school?
Yeah, I think I get the school, don't
I? Restoration. If that's a school.
I don't know.
I think it is. It's healing, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
I can look it up though.
I'm guessing the shield's abjuration.
Is the shield magical?
You have a look at the shield. Make me an Arcana check. No worries. 15. The shield isn't magic at the moment. But you think that there used to be and should be an enchantment on it, but the enchantment has been broken. Potentially, with the help of someone who knows a lot about magical items, could be repaired. But at the moment, it's not magical. Yes. So the necklace is. It doesn't say what type of magic it is on them. I'm assuming it's just like restorative.
If it's healing, then it'll be necromancy, because that's
necromancy. There you go.
Okay.
It's necromantic, but not in a bad way. Not bad necromancy. Okay. And when you've found all these bits, there's not really much else for you guys to do.
This includes the pile from outside the front. You said, yeah.
This does include the pile was kind of like their show off gold, the looking at gold, to show how rich they were. There is a couple of pieces in there that are like through the ages, as adventurers have come in, they've amassed this little bits and pieces. So it's not just all massively ancient stuff. Some of it is from, the Renaissance period. There's bits from like maybe the 1700s and 1900s, and
Baron recognises it all. The old git.
Yes, they're all his stuff.
he can date it to the precise year it was made.
But not necessarily, because that requires remembering.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He knows none of it.
He knows none of it.
I think this is a shield.
Darrell wants to actually transcribe the bit that Baron's identified as a spell or spells in those runes. He's going to flip to the back of his spell book and transcribe it without knowing really what is right. He's just going to get that done.
So transcribing it would take a little bit longer. You can either use that photo later, or you know that it's going to take you at least an hour to transcribe.
Then you'd have to translate it as well.
That's enough time for everyone else to get a short rest, but it's up to you.
Are we in a big rush at this point? No. Sorry, I'm just...
The only thing we've got now is obviously we need to get back through the portal back to our home realms once we have the water. And because we don't know how long it's been, I don't want to hang around as long as that long.
No, quite agree. There's one thing to think about, though, as well as that, is the leader of the Ruby Jacks.
That's what I was just saying. If we can be revived with the water, do we not at least want to take the body back?
Well, if we can take the body back, they can either decide to bury it or pay for a resurrection. That's their issue.
Don't we have to wait for the bubble realm to be tethered again now?
Yeah. So we have to go back to Gwydion, get the waters from him, make sure he remembers he'll owe everybody a boon, and then get him tethered with Morwen doing the ritual. We have to protect him during that. And then we have to go back to where the portal was to go through the portal. So we've probably got at least a day's worth of stuff still to do, depending how long the ritual takes and how far apart Morwen and Gwydion are.
That ritual's not going to work. We're going to be stranded here.
That's fair.
You might find that it has to be done in the phase of the moon as well, because this place is so connected to the phase of the moon. If we miss that slot, we might have to wait to the next phase of the moon.
Yeah,
anyway.
That makes sense.
So at this point...
we've missed it, haven't we?
No, we've still got it. I think today's our last day. I think.
Assuming time is following...
Bound to miss it.
Yeah.
Something's going to get
something will probably go wrong. But
bound to miss it.
What I will do, though, if you're all right with this, I can carry all of that stuff in my bag, so we won't be weighing people down.
Baron can carry it all in his coat.
Okay, so if you want to split it between me and Baron, split it now, however you want, as long as you want. If you want to carry it, or we can, when we get back to the lands, then I will just give out the put it all in the middle of the room, and you can take whatever you want from it.
Yeah.
I'll let you carry it.
At some point, Huel comes down the steps.
I'll shoot him.
He make your freaking attack.
Always funny.
He comes down the steps and looks in at all of you and says, Morwood has contacted me. She will arrange us travel. We can travel instantly through a nearby tree, but we must be ready.
To go to her?
I have said that I can have you ready to go in exactly an hour. That was a few moments ago.
Well, I'm ready.
I'm not sure I'm going to need it. Can I get a short rest in that hour?
Yeah.
If I'm not transcribing.
If you're not transcribing, yeah, absolutely. Everybody can get short rests. Generally take between 40 minutes and an hour, depending on the situation. You're currently undercover, not harried, no needing to hide. You're not taking watches, etc. You can take it in 40 minutes.
I just want to use some hit dice in case anything kicks off in this ritual.
In this weirdly dangerous bubble realm, nothing bad's gonna happen. It's fine.
How do you do hit dice again?
It looks like you click on the short rest button.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
And then, right.
So those boxes are only to be ticked off manually. You actually have to roll, there is a button that should say roll hit point.
Yeah, and you do that individually. So you do that as many times as you need and then mark off those boxes. And don't forget you have to confirm it as well.
On the,
Oh, okay.
Whilst you guys are doing that, I'll be back. 2 seconds.
What do you mean confirm it, Tom?
Yeah.
So when you say take short rest, it comes up with a box that turns green and goes confirm, and you have to click on that box again to reset everything.
Yeah.
So will it automatically add the?
No, I don't think it does.
No, you have to hit like manually.
So
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you should just do hit dice. Where are you doing hit dice from?
So on short rest.
Right. I'm going to be truthful here. I keep hitting that button. It keeps rolling maximum. I think that's broken, isn't it?
No, I didn't get maximum.
I didn't get maximum.
Well, the last 3 hit dice that's shown there are all maximum. I'll do one more. Let's go. Oh, no, you did that time. Okay.
So you just got lucky.
I got lucky.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Right. I've actually gone and rolled random d10, so I've got to go and do it. I'm going to do
2, 8,
6, 11.
Right, okay, so that's how I should have done it. But that's 5 hit dice.
33, 39.
10, 13, 23,
39.
33.
Stick to that, I think.
No, I thought it was 54. I'll stick with 54.
Okay.
That was 1, 2.
Is everyone all right?
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
7. 54.
Is
Ben, you
back?
all right? Yeah, don't know.
Don't
You
know.
might not be.
Ben?
Can you hear us, Ben?
Yeah.
Knock 3 times.
No, you must be have some family stuff. Kids have come down with something.
76.
I used 5 hit dice and I'm back on full.
Nice. 7.
Oh.
I'm not on full. Okay. Oh, I get arcane recovery as well, don't I? Oh, what a it's great being a wizard.
Ben, you've had a chance to do a short rest, which allows you to use hit dice to gain
Doggy.
hit points back, if you wish to have done it.
Righty ho, I will do that now.
I get as many spell slots as my level, don't I? In total,
It's
Can't
half your
remember, you have
level.
to read.
half your level. That's it. My level sounded too much. Yeah, but I was gunning for it. Yeah.
Ben, do you know how to do hit
Level,
dice?
Maybe.
Is that code for no?
Yeah. Code for,
Uh,
it's code for I'll look around the sheet for a while and then come back to you and say, how do I do it?
No,
Short rest button.
it's one of the most complicated thing on it. Right. So-
Short rest. I just hit that.
Click short
No.
rest.
no.
Oh, all right. That makes sense.
Click short rest.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Then when it turns green, click it again to confirm it.
No. Don't do that yet. First of all,
Oh, do that first, and then you can do your hit points afterwards. It just means that you've got everything set.
That's so
You
different.
can do it either way, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
right. So on do you see you got sort of hit dice, and there's boxes you can check. Check as many as you want to use, and bear in mind you can use extra ones, and then click the button that says roll hit dice to the right.
Do I have to do them all at once, or can I keep going?
You can do one at a time.
You have to do it one at a time. You can't do it all at once. It's not set up that way.
Okay.
But then you have to enter the numbers onto your hit points manually.
Bit of a miss, really.
Ian, I'll just put the thing up for arcane recovery for you.
Oh, okay. I'll just yeah.
Nice.
'Cause it's half your wizard levels rounded up.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Okay, 6.
Maximum, the highest is 5th level you can have. You can't do 6th or higher.
Fair enough.
So just keep clicking that further, Ben, if you want to put more in.
Boy.
Oh, well, go back. You would do that, didn't I?
Surprise attack. It's a Jurask.
So that's 17 you've recovered so far, Ben.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys all waiting on me?
Yeah.
No, well, I'm waiting to do some spell slot stuff, but my D&D Beyond's not working very well.
So, for the rest of you, is there anything else that you wish to do in this place before you leave? Or you can just...
To be honest, apart from putting everything into, bags of holding or whatever, I'm wanting to get crack on. Because I want to get back to mainland, so I've got to do all the other things first.
Yeah, right. Is Huel still with us?
Yeah, he's coming in between from being upstairs and downstairs. He's just kind of keeping watch for you guys.
When he goes upstairs at some point, I should say to him, do we need to go back to Gwydion first or Morwood?
I believe from Morwood's
No,
message.
no, not when this is not said when Huel can hear it.
Oh, I see. Apologies. I thought it was to Huel.
No, it's absolutely definitely not to Huel, because
Fair enough.
from the oath that we were made to swear, aren't we supposed to protect Gwydion?
During the ritual, yes.
Very, very quickly before we have this conversation, Ben.
Yellow.
I did not decide for you at the time, because obviously that wouldn't be fair to. When these guys were swearing an oath to Gwydion, you had an option to be part of that, or you could have just choose to stay silent throughout the whole thing, which technically you did do, and just try to get away with passing to just be a dog and not have to swear an oath. So it's up to you whether you wanted to swear an oath or not. I didn't want to make that decision for you.
What was the oath?
So basically, what these guys swore was to kill the mage, which you have done now.
Mm.
And until Gwydion is become the circle spirit, which is the ritual that you guys will be going to do next with Morwyd. Morwyd will be performing the ritual. Morwyd and Gwydion aren't necessarily allies, but they're like begrudging allies at this point because of the situation. He has asked, as part of this oath, for you guys to protect him in case Morwyd moves against him during his vulnerability at the time of doing the ritual. So until the time he becomes the circle spirit, you are to protect him, essentially. So you could have made that promise or not.
Wasn't she the one who only didn't want there to remove both of them anyway?
Yes, but she also knew that because she could perform the ritual, technically both Ethnesian and Gwydion are both stronger than she is. Maybe only just, or perhaps she's underselling herself, but she believes that they were strong enough to be able to take on that position. Can't just be any old Bob or Harry. The benefit of taking the oath would be that you would then be owed a boon by Gwydion, and you would be able to receive water or whatever else that these guys have asked for. If you decide to not take part in the oath, you just stay silent. As far as you're concerned, as far as he's concerned, you're just a dog.
Okay.
Am I not right that Liam wasn't present? So Liam didn't swear the oath.
Liam wasn't present at all. And as some of you have mentioned, you know, undeadness could be an issue, but you don't know until you get there.
Okay. So were there any boons that don't involve water?
It was actually asked. It was a boon on top of getting the water, and nobody's actually asked for any boons yet.
Okay. Yeah, shit. Well, we're doing this stuff anyway, right? So why not?
There's a certain inevitability that we had to make this happen to get home anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to. That part of this also agreement is that he would then, once he has become the next circle spirit, he would then enable you all to leave.
Yeah, well, in that case, I better be part of it in case he says, nope.
No, you have to stay. You're mine now. Okay, yep, that's absolutely fair. Yeah. So you have participated in the oath. Apologies, Andy.
Does a Beast campaign plan is that Liam can't return, so Ken has to create a new character as a cleric.
Yeah. That's my whole plan. All along.
Yeah. But he comes back as a paladin.
Sorry,
because that's what we need more of in this party.
Oops, all paladins.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can continue that conversation. Sorry, Andy, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just thought it would be important for the person who wasn't present.
Thank you for that. Sorry.
I don't. What was
I saying? Oh, yeah, sorry. Or not you should vote.
Yeah. So that was it. Yeah. So do we, when Huel can't hear, do we want to go to Morwyd or do we want to go to Gwydion now?
I think we need to go to Gwydion to escort him to Morwyd, because that, just in case he says, "Oh, we didn't protect him on the way there," etc., etc.
We can pick up the water then as well, can't we?
Exactly.
Yeah, good point. And get were our boons for the whole lot or for
individuals?
No, but for killing. The boon is for all parts of the oath, not just for killing Ethnesian.
Correct.
Yeah.
We don't get the boon until he gets made.
It's a complete contract, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sign and seal.
Okay. So when Yule comes back and Darrell has finished with his writing, we're ready to go. We shall say to Baron will say to Yule, there is a change in plan. We must return to Gwydion.
Yes, Morwood is with Gwydion now, so I will be transporting you directly to.
Right. Insight. Is he lying his arse off?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
So-
he's lying his arse off, or yes, he can roll insight. Both.
Yes. No, I don't.
I have no idea.
No clue. No clue. Nobody has a fucking clue. He's a hard man to read. He's been in this realm just too long. His facial expressions and demeanor is just too. Darrell knows.
And Hendrix.
Yeah, Hendrix and Darrell, you both. This guy's as honest as they fucking come. He's just been told by Morwood that
He
she's
doesn't know
with him,
how to
and
lie.
Yeah.
She's going to open the portal, bring you guys through to be able to complete this.
So he absolutely believes it, whether he's been told the truth or not, we don't know.
Paranoid
I don't
much.
think it's going to be the lie here.
Yeah.
Morwood killed him. He's dead. Oh dear. Okay. So you guys ready? Yeah.
Can I just is there nothing about this ritual that requires people who've made an oath to be sacrificed horribly to make this spirit thing?
Oh,
Yeah, we all agreed on it that you're going to be the person who's going to be sacrificed. Is that
Well,
right?
yeah, I thought that might be the case. Yeah.
Technically, it's sacrificing an animal, you see, not a person.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that counts me out then.
An animal that
You're-
nobody cares about was the
oh wow.
Wow.
So it's Liam in dog form. So Huel says, like, I don't think that from the wording of his oath that he intends for you to die, but you might be asked or called upon to participate, depending. He kind of gives a little side eye to Liam. Sort of like, but some of you may be very valuable. That is up to Morwood, though. She will be conducting this ritual. It has not been done on this side of the fence, as it were, I believe, ever. So we should go soon. It is a few hours until the moon reaches its zenith. I believe they wish to perform this tonight.
Let's go then.
So, I'm going to take you guys to this, which I don't know why, because I'm about to take you to another battle map in a second. Or not battle map. Just a map. Calm
It's a
down.
In your hand there.
Calm
mate.
down.
In your hand
They're
there.
all called battle maps.
Calm
Roll initiative.
Bro, Taras. Actually, I will just take you straight over to the other fucking map. I don't know why I'm bringing you here. You all get led, go out to the front of this thing, using just swords or whatever to cut back these vines that have grown up over the front of the gate, mostly to stop things from getting in. You just cut it back and it falls away easily. He'll lead you to a rather thick-looking tree, and there's sort of like that awkward pause for a little bit, as he's in the age of no technology for them, essentially. He's just waiting around until Morwood has got to the hour mark, and suddenly a couple of minutes passed, and you see a ripple happening in this tree. Raphy, you smell that familiar smell of that ozone-y paste on your tongue as the portal starts to rip and open, and it goes to about 5 foot wide, 10 foot high in this tree, and through it you can see the glade where you had met Gwydion before, with the pool in the middle, the spring. You can see Gwydion in his boar form, obviously, and you can also see two other figures. I'm going to take you over to the map. To the map. To the map. To the map. Before you see, you'll step through. It happens with 6 seconds. He'll pre-warns you of this, so you have to step through quite quickly. Just gonna do this on the token layer. If I put all of these guys on the token layer. Cool. You see surrounding the first thing you see surrounding Gwydion, loads of wisps seem to have buzzing around him like flies, and his tail is swishing and flicking and just killing these fucking things as they're coming out. He looks quite irate and upset about the whole thing. The smell again of this thin layer between realms is really strong here now, stronger than when you were at the fort. As if like it's like the veil is quite thin. You guys come out from the tree here. You should have seen your guys all dumped there. And just in front of you is man who looks similar to Huel in looks. I'll show you a picture of him. Liam, you have already seen this person. His name is Gwyn.
Right.
Like grumpy version of Huel. And then standing next to Gwyn at about 7'5" is a giant woman who looks like an owl. This is Morwood. And her head turns towards you, stares as you come through. When she speaks, the sound is coming to your mind quite like how Hendrix can sometimes speak to you through your mind rather than as if she's actually speaking. And she says, I see you have been successful. It is good to see you all unharmed. I am afraid our Lord Gwydion is being beset by creatures of undead. They have come. The veil is thin here. These things are like, you don't need to fight them. They're just dying off as he's like swishing and flicking them away, but he looks unhappy about it. They are will-o'-the-wisps for the purposes of anybody identifying them. I'll just sort of delete them off as they slowly get less and less. Was that?
Evil Edna.
That's not the kind of thing this is.
So does that mean Hendrix is the Moog?
Yeah, most definitely.
Gwydion comes to you, sort of approaches you all, and although he seems to be bristled and irate, he says, "You have been successful. I can sense it. He is dead."
He was a lich.
Dead and his phylactery gone.
Sorry, what was that, Kyle?
Sorry, I spoke over you. Say again, Carl.
He is dead and his phylactery is gone. He cannot return.
Good. Good. At last. Rest. But first, witch, and he turns towards Morwood, I will become the Circle Guardian. But first, you must release me from this thing. You see Morwood her feathers rise, bristled for a moment, and she's staring at Gwydion for a short while, and then she turns towards Huel, a questioning look on her face, and Huel takes a knee and puts his head down, and she looks up at you all and she says, "Is this part of the arrangement that you have made with our Lord?"
I think you gave us a fair amount of leeway to organise this. Sorry, if you'd not wished us to make that decision, you should have offered us more guidance. Yes, it is part of the arrangement.
You are right. Perhaps I should have been more direct. Well, he turns to Gwydion. What you're asking for may well kill me before I am able to make you guardian. You know this. And he says, one of them, they are spell slingers, mages. This one, he nods his snout towards Darrell. He is magic. Make him do it. And she turns, she says, he does not know the rights. He does not know the ways to do this. I can, with their help, perform both rites, but it will take a lot from me. And Gwydion says, then do it. You're growing patient.
It's not going to work anyway.
Gwydion looks towards you, Liam, and his eyes sort of become quite shrewd. Who are you?
Quick question. Is he still speaking in Middle Welsh?
No, he wasn't.
No, Sylvan.
Sylvan.
Oh, yeah. If anybody is translating, they can
Baron will translate.
Yeah, thank you.
With an added comment of this could be about to get ugly.
My name's Liam. You must be Gwydion.
Does Liam speak Sylvan?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I want to turn to Baron quickly and go, do you think he was going to kick off and kill her after this thing because she's going to be weakened? Do you think that's his plan?
I haven't got a clue, but we want to go home.
Yeah, I know.
Gwydion comes up close to the group and he's going to step round this way. These guys are going to step back a little bit and he's going to come quite up close to Liam and start sniffing around you. And he says, are you one of the puppet's toys? Have you come?
I'm nobody's toy, boy. That sounded wrong. I'm nobody's toy.
Are you sure?
Make me a persuasion check.
Or intimidation.
I think
it's a
probably
god,
more
really.
persuasion against the god.
I mean, if you wanna. I mean, we just roll initiative right fucking now. Let's go. He snorts at you, and the force of it almost pushes you back. And he says, I will not have insolence, even from the likes of you, puppet. He's just staring you down. He doesn't
be
move
insolent
from this.
I'm just telling you, it's not going to work.
There is a long pause.
I'll speak up.
He's just, yeah, absolutely. You could intercede
This
at any
one's
point.
very pessimistic. He looks at the world with a sour tone.
He is your friend, your brother, your kin. How do you know him?
Some knob jockey.
What was that, Ian?
I didn't say anything, sorry, it wasn't me.
Oh, sorry, apologies. I thought you said sorry.
He is our friend in arms. He has fought beside us since being here and before.
He fought the Dark Mage.
Yes. He has a distaste for those who are
He struck the
truly
killing
undead.
blow, didn't he?
Yeah, technically.
Uh,
Twice.
I'll let him sing his own praises on that one.
All right. Cadman, make me a persuasion with advantage.
Fight.
He huffs and he turns his head away from you guys towards Morwood, and he goes, I grow impatient. Perform your rites, witch. And he moves out more into the open here. Morwood, after taking stock of... she seems to be having a conversation privately with Huel and Gwyn. You can see that from their expressions that they're responding to her, perhaps mentally.
So it's not a verbal
and
conversation.
Not a verbal conversation. You
Can
could
I
do
overhear it with
insights.
my psychic doodle?
Oh, interesting. You would have to connect to all three of them, I'd say, to do it. So you would spending your psionic thingy. To do it secretly, I would say probably have to be either deception or stealth.
Okay.
Yeah. Deception or stealth, whichever you choose. And I will do it against her perception. Okay.
Stealth.
Of course, it could go all horribly wrong if she was spot you.
Forgot you had a psychic in the
Oh,
group.
for fuck's sake.
Let's not worry about the risk then.
With gumdrops. Okay.
Right.
That's a fun
You
one.
hear this conversation happening between the three. Morwood is somewhat angry with Huel, but at the same time, she has actually she does seem to concede to the logic of what Darrell has said. She did not specify that specific action. She does seem to be kicking herself for not divining this. She is not omniscient. However, she is she has divination magics. So
Clearly, she's never met PCs before. They will fuck up
Yeah.
any plan.
God, it doesn't survive contact. You know what I mean? It's just there's a beautiful plot, and then you guys just shit all over it. No, I'm joking. She seems to be kicking herself for not foreseeing this. And in her like worry, you're hearing this conversation that she is worried that this first rite that she's going to have to perform, this first ritual, might kill her, because the amount of blood she would have to give to the ritual to remove the curse of Iron Druid would essentially almost drain her.
So is she looking for blood?
Mentions she can do it, because she is a direct ancestor of Iron Druid. So although power will be required for the second ritual, which she will now need definitely from other people, probably from people from your group, this first rite she will need to survive first.
Okay.
There is. Sorry.
Carry on.
Make Hendrix. Make me an insight check.
Just while Ben's doing that, Bea, I don't think it's relevant, but just in case, Beren is watching this sort of Morwood and her two minions having some sort of unspoken conversation. He's looking for in case it's about to turn nasty from them.
Nasty. You may make me an insight check for something else then. So for something different. Hendrix, you... I'll roll on her behalf because there's a subtlety about this that needs to happen. So I'm going to roll just oh, that was the wrong button to press. Okay. Right. One point, she subtly looks to you, catches your eye, and she knows that you're listening into this conversation.
Right. Okay.
She's very aware. And
can dogs whistle and look nonchalant? I don't think so.
No. But she she carries on this conversation, and you, with your insight check, you can tell that she's deliberately saying these things to let you know what's happening without Gwydion hearing this conversation.
Right.
She tells Gwyn and Hewell if Gwydion becomes a god again and performs this ritual, Gwydion doesn't realize that the second ritual will banish him to Tir na Nog, because then he's a god.
Okay, so he won't be the guardian.
He won't be the guardian, and then there'll need to be another ritual to put somebody in the place. Part of her doesn't want this to happen, but part of her is seeing an opportunity to get rid of now another enemy, and only you know this.
Right.
She doesn't.
Smart.
How does this
like
affect our oaths?
So it affects you for your oaths, because technically, now, this isn't going to hurt him.
Well, we're
as far
fine.
as you're concerned, he's going to be absolutely fine. And he will become the circle spirit until he is a minute after the circle becomes a circle spirit. And then, because he'll be tethered to the ley lines as a god, the ley lines act as a god ward, which sends him to Tir na Nog. If he'd have just done it when he was a hog, he'd be fine. He'd stay as he is.
I love it.
So our oaths are fulfilled the moment that
he's out the way. So either you can see this as a way of attacking him, which isn't going to be something he particularly wants right now. However, it does mean that he's full godhood again.
He would still owe us a boon.
Where, and he'll still owe you a boon
as a god instead of
yeah.
But we have to go to Tir na Nog to collect.
And also we need to
there's
get the
no way
water.
of getting there as a human, as a mortal, as far as you're aware. Well, the water
still there.
It's free range, then it's still there. It's up to you.
This is all. We know nothing of this. This is all
Ben's decision about whether he
Yeah.
decides to. Because I did not realise, because this was just going to happen. So it's up to you whether you want to interrupt this from happening, which is perfectly valid, and there is.
No, fuck it. Let's go with
okay.
it.
Cool. So you stay quiet. You don't say anything. She knows that you know.
Yeah, I can't initiate another psychic connection to the guys until I let this one drop. So, and I don't want to say it out loud to anyone.
Yep.
So if they end their conversation and then people are just milling around, I might then let it drop and
at some point it just becomes, I need willow bark, I need this, I need that, blah 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 blah, and it's just ingredients list. And Poole and Gwyn are rummaging around their person, finding stuff in the surrounding areas, collecting pieces. They've brought with them a parcel of like ointments and things from their own private stash, and they start building a ritual site. 5-star ritual points. Morwood at one point comes over to the party and says, for this first part of the ritual, I will be required and weakened by it to give my own blood. Unfortunately, this is the only way. I can be bolstered in other ways if any of you have any way of doing this. For the second part, I must ask for your help. I will be significantly weakened, and any power you have left will be greatly appreciated. You may join into the ritual. Darrell, do you have ritual casting?
Oh yes, it's a wizard,
yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think anybody else would have ritual casting. I don't think paladins get it. So she kind of goes to you, sort of like directs this more to you as a point of you're going to know what this is going to undertake. And I'm going to add a mechanic to this game for rituals. At least big rituals like this, not your normal, I cast Find Familiar or whatever. For big rituals like this, every spell point that you put in adds that much points. So if you've got a 9th level spell slot, that's 9 points of power. If it's 1 point, it's 1 point power. You can put as many as you want in. If you decide to put all of your points in, you might find yourself a little bit dizzy for a bit. So you might leave yourself a bit vulnerable because it's all at once. So I'd leave some back maybe, but it's up to you. Depends how important it is to you. And I would say, Darrell, with a DC 15 Arcana check, you could potentially make a connection with somebody else, one other person in your party, to help receive their spell slots as well. Just one person, though.
Okay.
To essentially but you and another person could potentially be part of this ritual to give spell slots. Gwyn and
I'm the only full caster, haven't I?
Yeah,
you are, but there are other people with spell slots. I believe Liam,
sure.
Baron and Cadman all have spell slots. It's up to you. Yeah.
Sorry, what was it? I missed this.
Once
we're sacrificing you.
It's all you.
It's all you. I'm joking.
Darrell's draining all of your power to become a lich.
Yeah.
Do you have to tell him? Did you have to tell him?
Essentially, Darrell. Sorry, go on, Ben. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, once she's sort of finished telling Darrell this, I will drop the psychic connection with her, initiate one with all of us, and then relay what I overheard and the fact that she knows I know.
Right. Okay. All right. So you now all have a choice to make.
I don't. Well, I still do, but I'm not oathed.
Yeah, you're not oath-bound at all. You could do whatever you wish. The only reason that he's allowing you to stay in this area is because Cadman persuaded him. So,
as part of the psychic thing, okay, I'm going to go, Cadman, you seem to be more druidical than Baron. Tina, no, as a god, could we get a connection to him to get those boons or not? Or would we have to...
Religion?
Sorry, are you doing that exclusively to to Cadman, or is that in the open link?
It'll be in the open link. But I'm asking Cadman the question, but it's the open link. And then I'll say, or can we get a priest of one of his, or like a tin and old priest?
Base.
I'll step in, I suppose. I know someone who can visit, is allowed to visit Tir na Nog.
Ooh, okay.
They may be able to communicate for us.
I do as well. I think Dusk will be able to.
Excellent.
It's a fairy.
No, so Tir na Nog.
Oh, she's
and you would
not.
know this.
She's
so fairy is fairy, and Tir na Nog is like fairy heaven. Going to heaven essentially is a big no-no. In fact, you've never heard of any mortal being able to go. The fact that Darrell seems to know somebody is quite a surprise.
And then the last question is, if he's then whisked off to Tir na Nog, does she have to do another circle binding ritual thing so we can get home?
Yes.
And who's that going to be with?
There's only one person left.
What, herself?
Mate, she has played us so well.
And we never entered into any sort of agreement with her either, did we?
No.
What's the problem if she becomes the circle spirit?
I agree with Liam. What
is the problem?
It's not a problem.
No. I'm just saying that she's played us well. She's basically got us to get rid of both of her enemies, so she can become the ruler of this land, and she hasn't had to do anything. She's played us.
She won't be the ruler of the land, though, will she? She'll be stuck as the guardian spirit, the doorway spirit, whatever it's called.
Yeah, but she'll have ultimate control who can enter and exit this realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how much control did the stranger guy have?
It depends on
turn
what
up and do the right ritual. He's got to let them in.
Anybody that wants to make me just a straight intelligence check.
Oh, fuck, probably not me, to be honest. This is above my pay grade.
Cadman passed.
Oh, no.
Liam didn't.
Just a second.
Baron
did.
Get there.
Bloody hell.
Raphy didn't.
No, I really didn't.
Oh, where'd you do a straight intelligence check?
Just click on your intelligence.
I'm not getting any sort of a.
If you
I got it. Sorry. Yeah. So I just click on it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Natural one.
There you are.
Probably the brightest person in the bunch, and he gets a natural one.
Hendrix, Baron, and Cadman. You distinctly remember not an hour ago Cool saying it's never been done from this side before. It's never had a tether from this side. So what happens is going to be unknown to, at the very least, you guys. And who knows whether she knows what's going to happen. But it would make her very powerful. And it would mean that she would have control over who comes and who goes.
At this point, I'm not feeling too sad for her and the risk she may be taking, it has to be said. Albeit, I will.
Damn it, Hendrix.
I will step up to her and say, I understand that this ritual requires your blood, your life's blood.
Yes.
Does it have to be fresh? Can we not siphon some of that blood and then we can offer you healing? I'm sure you can heal yourself after that, but
during the crawl of the ritual, to be able to hold together the power it would take whilst also giving my blood, I would not be able to heal myself. However, if you had others that could give me healing during the right time I believe this would save me, yes.
I'll see what I can do. Not my bag, so I'll go and talk to the Paladins.
Yeah.
Have you got anything left in the tank in terms of healing?
I can chuck a healing spirit on her.
Oh yeah, you've got a healing spirit. Yeah, that will
You can just
do
put it over the top of it. Yeah.
Almost nothing. For anything substantial, I need to rest.
I could either do 1 cure wounds, or I could activate an aura of vitality, allowing me to do less healing but constant healing for a minute.
It all sounds good to me. Not my field, but
Cure wound spell will be bigger, heartier healing straight away. But that'll be it. Or I could potentially heal more with a aura of vitality.
Or if we can wait a number of hours so we're fully rested, then I certainly will have more capabilities.
I think we had an hour, didn't we?
No, that was to come in.
What's that?
Yeah,
that was
because
to...
it.
Oh yeah, you had that short rest.
Yeah, but
that's all the rest that you can get.
Sorry, we would only allowed an hour because how quickly this has to happen. So there's not 8 hours left. Is what I was suggesting.
Oh yeah. So from what she said, the moon has to reach its zenith. She also explains to you the moon is never not full in this realm. It's always a full moon. Liam, you know this, and a bit more information once we have that thing as to why. But it's also red again. Nice red moon, big full red moon. And it's essentially what she said is in the next 40 minutes, she's going to have to start this ritual, and it will last an hour over this time, and or during all of the components of this, it not just the first bit and then the next bit and the next bit, but over the course of an hour, you'll be able to. The intention is to remove his curse, and then tie him, like not stopping this ritual, tie him into the ley lines. Obviously, what Gwydion isn't aware of, you're going to make him a fucking insight check, because you guys have all been having your secret conversations in your heads, and so I need to see whether he catches drift of any
shenanigans,
because he is quite a suspicious piggy. If I can find his goddamn character sheet, that'd be great.
Whilst they've been having chats with Modwin and stuff, I'm going to walk over. Morwid, sorry. I'm going to walk over to him and go, I don't know if you can understand me, because I sure as shit can't understand you. Yeah, I talked to Gwydion. Yeah, I talked to Gwydion, because why not?
He'll do this with disadvantage then, but carry on.
Yeah. I just want to know, where is this pool so we can fill up our water once you are then the circle spirit? Is it this pool here?
Okay.
Because you're getting your end of, you're getting this thing sorted. We've kept our end of the deal up. As long as she doesn't go crazy and attack you, we're all good.
He's sort of like looking between Morwid and the 3 elves, and then looks over to your group and see you guys all talking together, and you're just sort of like talking at him in this strange language.
Yep.
And he swings his head round towards you and just like that, and you go back about 10 foot and just hit the ground. You don't take any damage, but he just huffs you away.
Okay.
You don't get an answer.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was basically doing it to distract him, to make it harder for him to do anything.
He got a 7. The other one was an 18, so you're very, very lucky. Okay. if nobody else has any sort of chatting or deliberating to do, Morwid begins this ritual. If for those of you who have not seen a ritual, so pretty much depends on your lifestyle, I think. Some of you may have not ever seen a ritual before. Certainly none of you ever seen one like this. It is ancient. Every word is a word you don't understand. Not even Darrell, not even Beren, nobody understands these words. These are ancient. And the words come from both Gwydion and Morwid as they start to speak in rhythm with each other. And there seems to be like
Can I just say to Beren, you might want to record this.
Yeah, I shall. I've sheathed my sword, obviously, because we're not. I shall just stand there with a mobile phone.
Well, I suppose like
They've
they
got
would
no idea
know
what
what that is. I suppose. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you fucking record it. Damn it, Ben. Fuck off, mate.
And they've got obviously no knowledge of it. So whether I'm breaching
they've got no knowledge of what you're doing.
Their rights of privacy, it doesn't really matter.
Wow. They're going to write to complain to the ICO.
Yeah. Morwid turns into a Karen. She goes, I want to speak to your manager. No. The chanting becomes dual as more voices coming from seemingly nowhere join into this this chant, this song that is being sung. It's not so unlike what Darrell is used to. In fact, there seems to be a root here from this old fae, this old elven magic, perhaps refined into what Darrell can do. And it goes on for quite a while. At points, Gwydion has taken center stage in the middle of this ritual. Morwid is circling him, making these movements with her arms, her talons, drawing sigils into the air that stay for a second and then disappear. And it comes to a zenith, and they're both all people taking part are looking towards the sky as the moon is just bright. It's red. It's making everything look this bright red sheen over everything. Can I get a wisdom saving throw from Liam? And can I have a Arcana check from Darrell? I think Darrell. At this moment,
check some blood yet at all?
This is where we're going to start. They're going to start. She starts using her talons to drag down her arm as it cuts open these deep wells in her arm, and blood just pours out onto Gwydion, and she's still moving. At this point,
sorry, was it Arcana you said for Darrell?
Arcana for you. You know at this point, you instruct those that are going to add healing to add healing.
Okay.
From now and all the time that she's leeching blood, but you look towards Liam, and he is pale, and he has got a look in his eyes, and he's just staring straight at Morwid, and this blood is falling down her arms, and he's just transfixed, and there's like everything you're saying to him is just not going through.
Oh, blood in the full moon. Fine. Okay. I sort of tap Cadman on the shoulder in case he hasn't picked up. We need you now, sort of thing.
I've already cast as soon as I saw a card. So I cast Aura Vitality and did the first heal.
You caught.
I can't cast. I presume I'm transfixed.
You are transfixed.
Darrell,
What I thought might have to do a runner, but
Well, for though you failed your wisdom saving check, you're under my control now, bitch.
Darrell, I have I can cast something directly to heal her if needed.
Do it now. Do it now.
This aura of vitality, does it stay in one place or does it stay on the person?
This is on me, and every 6 seconds I can go 2d6 healing, 2d6 healing.
Perfect. Okay, so you can target it 2d6 healing. I'm going to say there is a target amount of hit points that you need to get for her to stay alive during this ritual. For the next minute, so that's 10 rounds, you need to reach. Well, actually, it's in my head, so I'm going to keep it as that. If you could do me just 10 lots of those thingies and anything else anybody wants to add on there.
I just want to step in front of Liam and try and snap him out of it.
Well, just as you go to step in front of him, Liam lurches forwards. If you wish to do anything, do it now.
Yeah, just stop him.
Liam, make me a strength check against Raphy's strength check. If anybody else wants to get involved.
Right, I'm ignoring that for the moment. Darrell, is it okay to touch her?
Yes.
Can I do athletics for this or not?
With your arcana, Darrell, your arcana was incredibly high. You can say that you instruct Baron, he can go in and touch her, but to do it in a reverent way, not just
slap
on the face. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Just out of it.
Bea, just so you're aware, I'm doing a level 3 cure wounds.
Okay.
Cure wounds, excellent. I'm going to add these together.
Bea, do I? Is just a straight strength check, or can I do athletics?
It can be athletics, but then he can also go athletics if that's what we're using. So it's either both straight or both athletics. It's up to you.
I'm going to go athletics because that's slightly better for me.
Kyle, is that just from you, or is that including my 15?
That's just me.
Okay.
Liam, do you add anything to your athletics?
It's the same.
Usual. Oh, it's the same. Well, then it's
Can I assist Raphy to give him advantage or something?
Advantage. You can absolutely do that. You hold on to Liam's leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay,
right.
So I'll do that again then.
I've just noticed what's going on with Liam, and I'm readying an action.
So
if he gets away from them, I'm casting banishment on Liam.
I mean, that's one way to get you home, I guess.
Oh, mate.
That's amazing. Okay, cool.
Isn't it demons and stuff?
It's anybody to the home plane.
Sends a creature to its home plane.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you just done it on all of us?
Yep. Yes, you could have. Anytime. He can't do it on himself, though.
Oh.
No. So he would be left.
Oh, I see.
B.
Yeah.
I'm actually doing a first level cure wounds as well.
You can absolutely do that. Anything within 10 rounds that you can do. All right. So Cadman, that's 8 plus.
No, Kevin's he's totaled it up.
Did you? Sorry.
Reading the chat. Cadman's done 82.
82, brilliant.
And then Baron's done a further 22.
Very good. Okay. During the course of this ritual, Darrell, you are ready in action just to be sure. Liam, you are essentially feral at this moment, trying to get past Raphy. Raphy is surprisingly strong, and with help from Hendrix, they keep you in place. You can make another wisdom saving throw to try and snap out of it as they're trying to help you. You can do that with advantage because they're trying to help you. and not just, hurt you. If they'd had hurt you, it would have been straight feral. You wouldn't have been able to make a wisdom saving throw. You just become a beast. But they are helping you, so you can do it with advantage. The two healers are giving at the right point exactly enough, 4 points over what you needed to keep her up and alive. And she is not phased at all. She's just carries on throughout this whole thing. She is quite pale, obviously, from her picture you can see. And the red on her feathers and her hands and her talons, you can see now just soaking her bottom half in front of her and just all over this boar. She looks paler than ever, and you can see that she's just transfixed. She's trying to carry on, and she stumbles at points but does not drop. She stays solid and completes the ritual. The blood. Yeah, go on.
Sent you a WhatsApp, Bea. What's it called? Sorry, message.
Discord. Yeah, absolutely.
Quick query.
No, not yet.
Cool.
Okay.
I've just made another wisdom advantage.
That's yes. You are. Oh God, that's bad. Maybe. I would say this one is so middling. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. You can hold this in if you wish, or you can go. Let me know when it happens, if it happens. Okay. You see this ritual complete. Darrell, I'm going to carry that nat 20 Arcana check for this ritual over because it is just one long ritual. You know exactly what's happening next. Who are you grabbing to siphon points from to help in this next part of the ritual?
You see how Phil, our Rager's gone. I'm going to go for Cadman.
Cadman. Okay.
I think they're both a bit tapped out anyway, aren't they?
Yeah. You make physical contact with him, whether that's by holding his shoulder or something, and you start to.
Sorry, just a quick question. I'm holding it. I'm holding an action for to cast banishment. I'm assuming that spell slot is gone.
That will drop. Yeah. Well.
Fair enough. No, it's fair enough. I'm either holding it. I'm still holding it, so I can't use it for this, can I? Yeah, it's fair enough.
Yeah. You don't lose the spell slot though.
Yeah, you don't use the spell slot.
But it's
I will rule.
Held actions generally do lose the spell slot.
Yeah.
If you don't cast it, but you prepared it.
Yeah.
Really?
But,
technically.
Yeah.
I think because this ritual happens over more than the 6 seconds that rule usually comes into place, I would allow you just to keep it for the moment because you were ready to react, but in a reasonable way, not rather than a immediate react because you'd had to concentrate on other things as well.
Yeah.
So you weren't holding concentration on that spell. You can't have with doing everything else. So you.
What could I rip from Cadman?
I am.
So yeah.
You're tapped, are you?
Oh, grabbed the wrong person.
Okay, fair point.
How many ritual points can you add?
Grabbed Liam.
Yeah. I didn't want to get that close to though. Your teeth are getting a bit long there. What's going on?
All the better to eat you with.
It's all cantrips.
Transformation B.
What's that? A bit more information, okay.
It's going to be a full transformation. He won't. He can't hold it in.
Oh, fuck.
Absolutely fair. I will describe that in a second.
I'll add 15 arcane points, which is
15 arcane points.
Two third levels,
Okay,
a fourth level, and a fifth level.
Quick question, Bea.
Yeah, sorry, go.
I do have a channel divinity. Being druidic in nature, or sort of more pagan-esque, Would that
You want to try and
help if
add
I-
some points
Yeah.
from that? Make
burn
me
my-
a nature or religion check. The DC is going to be 17. If you beat the 17, you can add it.
But let's beat it. I don't know. Do you think?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is that
All right. Right, you guys, this is it. Okay, this is it. Everyone dies. Liam transforms.
It kills
You
everyone.
all. Okay.
Well, no blood for him to drink.
This is happening. Although it's happening over this hour, it seems to be happening so fast because everybody's so involved in what's happening in this ritual. Hendrix and Raphy are holding on to a now growling and snarling Liam. His face starts to transform. His snout grows longer, but it is not like any of you have seen before. He grows.
Stunning strike.
Some stunning. Hang on. Let me show you a picture of what he transforms into. Actually, does your token? Yes. Let's switch you to the other side.
Yeah,
If you can see his token, it is now changed.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a flippable token. Impressive.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I didn't tell you that, did I?
We're probably not stood in these positions though.
No, you're all. So let's
lined
put
up in
you
order.
all into these. Let's put you all in. So Gwyn's going to be over here. Hua's going to be over here. Morwood's probably about here now, but she is circling around Gwydion, sorry. Place yourselves where you see fit. I would say that Hendrix, Raphy, and Liam stay where you are here because you guys wouldn't have been part of the ritual anyway. So the other three have to be.
I would have been there just one step further.
How close do I to be aiding my arcane power?
So within 10 foot of this ritual.
Okay.
Of the ball, basically.
I'm guessing you're next to me.
Yeah, in there.
Yeah. So you have seen this first ritual coming to a close and transitioning into the next. Darrell grabs Cadman to start siphoning this magic, feels an emptiness of the arcane, but touches upon something else, a little deeper, a little more ancient. That will do just fine. And you start to draw 5 points of extra power to be put into this ritual. So on top of your, what was it?
15.
15. So you have contributed 20 points more to this ritual for this next part. You see behind you, your tension is split. You will see this growling form of Liam grow and start to try and break away from Liam and Hendrix. Meanwhile, Gwydion himself, his form is roiling and his skin is bubbling, and it is also changing and cracking open and sloughing off this bones. That the bones just seem to pop out of place and change and shift. And he becomes smaller, but still tall for the man-shaped creature he then becomes. Completely naked, giant of a man. He is at least 9 foot tall. He's broad-shouldered, big-bellied, giant, hairy, bearded man. Across his face and body, you can see scars, deep cuts that have long since healed, but never quite right. And he's still covered in blood. What?
Is he naked?
Yeah, completely naked. And he's still staring up at the moon. And at first, the noise that was coming out of him was this gruff, squealing pig noise. And then it becomes this growling roar that is met by the howl behind you all. Ken, what do you think Liam would do in this moment, knowing that he is feral, knowing the situation? He's lost. Yeah, the wisdom saves weren't great, so he's lost most of control in the sense of you want to be near the blood. The moon, although still warded, is affecting you, and I think it's not quite. You're not full feral. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You haven't completely lost control because you have help still. You have friends. You have familiar faces around you.
Right.
Even though they're not people you've known for very long, they're just familiar and keeping you somewhat grounded. You can either try and wisdom save yourself out again with advantage. You only get one more try, or you can attempt to run away somewhere into the woods. If you feel that you can try and disrupt the ritual. If you feel that that's what Liam would do, but remember, you do have some.
What was that last one? You can try and
disrupt the ritual by attacking either Morwood or the person's bleeding. Basically,
what's got me in this state? It's the blood, isn't it? It's the blood. It's the blood.
Yeah. And for those of you that have seen werewolves before, which we've already established Darrell has, if anybody else wants to decide that they've encountered werewolves at all, can make me a nature check.
My line of work, probably.
I'm going to roll a random dice. If it's high, not only have I encountered them, I remember encountering them.
Yes, that's true. Yes, yeah.
I honestly don't know if Raphy would have.
I don't think Raphy would have, to be fair.
Right, okay, so I only know from the movies then.
Yes.
Yeah.
This does not look like the movies at all.
Okay.
And I'd say Hendrix, you're not too sure either. It looks like a werewolf to you. Cadman.
24.
It's just Cadman. Not really a werewolf. That's not a werewolf you've ever seen before. That's very strange. Whatever that is.
New monster type.
One for my Pokedex.
Yeah.
Got a control.
Oh.
I've got a semblance of control, haven't I? I've got a slightly little bit.
Semblance.
So I will be breaking free and fleeing.
Raphy and Hendrix, you can either try and keep him or let him go. It is completely up to your. Knowing that he's now pulling the other way, it's up to you.
I will actually. They're trying to hold on to me. I'm going to scratch and bite them so that they let go.
Oh, in that case, stunning strike.
All right. We'll resolve this very quickly then.
Yeah.
Just Hendrix, do you want to get involved in this particular fight?
I want to say, let him go, and I'm gonna show my my red eyes, and I'm gonna howl at the blood red moon, and then I'm gonna try and get him to run off with me in the direction out of towards the woods, like a pack instinct type thing to run. To get out there.
I like it. Roll me
if he doesn't attack me, then I'm not going to attack him. But if he attacks me, then I will.
Attacking you if you hold on to me.
Yeah. So Hendrix has said what he said, and he goes to run off, and he's howling. I want Hendrix to roll me what would this be to convince?
Deception,
doesn't need to.
Persuasion.
He doesn't need to convince Liam. Liam's running anyway. Liam will happily run after Hendrix unless Raphy tries to hold on to him, in which case
hold on to him.
No. If you're running away, I would, but not attacking me, I would probably try and follow you.
Okie
Yeah.
Hendrix and Liam. Hendrix goes first. Liam follows. Raphy follows after.
Yeah.
And you disappear into the dark woods. Raphy, you have no night vision, my guy.
I'm going to burn key, start glowing, and get the helm up. So I
Visage
do get
back.
I get 120
You get
feet.
the glowing golden
golden
eagle
eagle
head
head.
hovers.
Actually, no. In this case, I'm going to try and get a wolf
Jaguar.
head. The one
wolf
wolf.
head.
So
Okay.
wasn't actually wolves there. So yeah, maybe no. But Raphy knows. So yeah, wolf head, glowing wolf head.
Glowing wolf head.
Yeah.
And you chase after.
Yeah.
3 wolves in the woods. We'll join those later.
Yeah.
The
I
ritual
realised we've only got
continues.
30 seconds to get back to well, but hey,
the points of power that Morwyd has now been collecting. Her arms have healed up, though she does still look quite faint. From the points in the ritual where they have placed these anchor points, essentially, these items of crystals and packets of seeds and the components for this ritual, she starts to draw out lines of silvery power, as if she's taking a rope of power from each corner and thrusting them onto the body of Gwydion, digging her talons in so that they take root and leaving each point, all 5 points, like a wound on him, as if he's being struck. And they start to pull him down, but he's also being invigorated by it. He starts to gain an aura around him, bluish white aura that shines out amongst this red light around you. It ends with a scream from Gwydion as he roars his power into the world. The ties bind him completely and disappear. He throws his arms back and roars to the sky triumphantly, and the voice catches in his throat as he realizes something is wrong. Something is very wrong, and he looks down at himself, and he has one thing to say before he disappears. He's, "What?" And he's gone. Like a boom, you all thrown back 5 foot each, down onto the ground. There's nothing left where he stood, like a crater in the floor. And then quietness as you start to get your hearing back. You 3 out in the woods can have heard this thunderous boom and a bright white light shooting up towards the sky and disappearing.
Quick
you guys
question.
Yeah, go on, quick question.
How Ken, how fast does Liam move in this form?
40 foot.
40 foot, so I can keep pace with you. So I'll be a few feet behind you. And I'm going to start using I think it's word.
This is no time to start messing around with Microsoft Office.
Yeah.
Flippy pops up. We hit it. You're trying to tame a werewolf.
Word of the spirit, so I can actually speak into Liam's mind only, so nobody else can hear it, just Liam, and just say, "What the fuck, Liam? Calm the fuck down. What's going on? Chill out, dude. Seriously, man, stop making me run."
I love it. This actually requires no roll. And this has happened to you very recently, Liam.
Does he get a can you get any is it like mind reading, or is it just conversation?
No, it's neither. It's literally I just put my words into your head. That's it. It doesn't say
you can't
that you
respond.
Yeah, it doesn't say that you can respond. It's literally just this into your head.
Yeah.
As if trying to. I suppose, Raphy, you could maybe make me a persuasion check, and it's up to you.
Nothing's.
It doesn't really require it. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
If you'd have got any kind of feedback, if there was any feedback, but
yeah, no, there's no feedback. It's literally just
nothing changes. Yeah, it's a million still.
So Liam carries on running.
It's
up to you guys how.
I think
Hendrix is leading the way.
So quite into this. This is probably the most feral he's got to be in a long, long time. And there's something, some kind of, quite dark.
Revel in it.
So you've got.
So he's happy to run for as long as Liam is.
Who's in charge of the sentient trees now that Gwydion's gone? Just saying.
Done.
Just part of his magic.
Going back to the ritual, to the guys at the ritual. If Darrell says this, Morwyd is down on the ground. Let me get rid of Gwydion. Morwyd is laying sort of hunched over herself, panting, trying to regain her composure. Gwyn immediately jumps up to go and see if she's okay. Poole is still sitting, but he's upright sitting and he's looking at you three. And he kind of says in shock, I think we did it. He's gone.
So who will be the guardian? The gatekeeper?
He looks towards the sky. And then he looks towards Morwyd, who's down on the ground, looking very weak.
I think we got more than we bargained for, did we not?
I think perhaps it was worth the risk. He gets up and he goes over to Morwyd and sort of tries to help her stand. And he's looking up at her. And he says, are you able to perform the next part, or will we have to try another day? And she says, I can complete the ritual now, but I may be needing to rest for some time after. Help me. And they both help her stand, and again she begins the second part again.
Before she's sorry, can I cut you before she starts the ritual?
Yeah.
I might be able to offer some further help, albeit it may incapacitate me, but do you require help for this?
Any help you have to offer, I will be most grateful.
In which case, I've got a 3rd and 4th and 5th level spell slot.
Jesus Christ, you are holding back.
No, because I can't.
Motherfucker, hold it back.
I got arcane recovery, didn't I?
Yeah, I know.
So,
so a 3rd, a 4th, and a 5th.
And a 5th, yeah.
What's that? 7, 12. Okay. I will make a. I'm going to see on a Arcana check.
That's a lie. I don't think. Although I ticked it, I think I got a 3rd and a 4th.
A 3rd and a 4th.
I thought I used my 5th level spell for that. Yeah. So that's 7. Yeah.
7. Okay. I'm going to do an Arcana check to see if she can complete this. Anyone other than Darrell, so the other 2 paladins, can aid her in this the same way that Gwyn and you kind of get the drifts of what the outside people needed to perform in this ritual. Things like making sure that the pieces were in exactly the right place, accessible for when she needs to grab, etc. So if you wanted to give her advantage on this Arcana check, you can. Basically assist the ritual. Or not.
Well, if I can, I will.
You can't because you're already assisting in the way.
Stuff, yeah.
Sorry, Carl, did you say Cadman will?
Yeah.
Okay. Baron's gonna sort of, in that case, if Baron's not needed, he's gonna stand watch for whatever Liam became, in case it comes back.
Yeah, fair.
And he's actually going to say publicly what happened to Liam.
Have you not worked out what he is?
So is he some form of were creature?
Well, that's what I got from when he disappeared from the camp, where there was a dog scent, but Huel suggested that it was Liam.
But he's undead.
He's not a werewolf. But he's not. He's
undead.
Not quite a werewolf. He's not a normal werewolf, at least.
Oh, sorry. I'm purely going on the fact that the dog scent that Hendrik smelt, Huel said was Liam.
Okay.
He's not a typical werewolf.
I don't know werewolves apart from when I'm trying to kill them. Sorry.
Totally. Go on.
I'd like to make an intelligence check. So I've just recently read something.
Okay.
Oh, I'm drawing conclusions from an entirely different role-playing game. But I'm
drawing conclusions from a movie.
But
we're all
metagaming at this point, clearly.
That's what I wanted to check.
Okay.
Are you happy with that?
Yep, go for it. Depending on your intelligence check. The answer's no, whatever it is. No. Whatever it is that you've read, you don't know whether it's true or not.
I'm fine.
Cool. They begin this ritual again. This seems much more gentle. Good. Morwood, though weak in body, still seems to be quite strong in power. Having performed this ritual and perhaps knowing the outcome it would be, she had held back some caution for herself. And it certainly helps that Darrell was able to give her just that push over the edge for success. She completes these lines again, planting them softly now into her points over her body, and dances almost in the ritual circle, knitting these lines into a pattern around her. They surround her and give her this whitish, but with a golden tint this time, aura. And the ritual completes, but softly, not violently. And she finishes, and the voices, the echoes, the chanting stop completely. And she stands there glowing slightly, and then it fades. And she just looks like Morbid again. And she turns to you, the three of you, and says, I think we have succeeded. And then she sits down. So she doesn't pass out. She's still conscious, but she's just resting on the ground. Kuil and Gwyn stay by her side and stay with her. What are you guys doing?
We're going to approach her and say that part of our bargain with Gwydion was our ability to take some of the waters from the springs. And on the map, I'm assuming this is the pool next to us here. Is that water, is it?
It is, yes.
Is that the water that heals?
Yeah.
It has healing properties, yes. But a warning. Should you administer this to the dead, it would bring them back not quite the same.
It is to be administered to someone who is ill.
Indeed.
I think we fill whatever vessels we've got present with the water now.
Yeah.
Okay. You three that are still around the pool, make me an investigation check. Or perception, whichever you feel is your strongest point on this.
Perception.
That'd be investigation.
Okay.
Sorry. When D&D Beyond catches up long ago.
Did Cadman just roll a natural 20 on perception?
Again, yep.
Oh, really? Was that son of a bitch? How?
I don't know, I've rolled a
He's
few
tacked on a
tonight.
20. Yeah, you have, haven't you? I think Cadman definitely is the only person that sees this because it's quite a high DC, but a nat 20 is a nat 20. As you guys have approached the spring, it's very clear water, clearly, fine to drink in a, healthy sort of way. Arcana-wise, obviously, it has properties. The light of the moon is still quite high, and though it's red, and you have dark vision, you look into the depths of this spring, and there is a slight glint of an object at the bottom of the well, of the spring. There is just the hint of metal. Meanwhile, in the woods.
Sorry, before you cut to them, I am continuing with now to the Morwood. What happened to Liam? But by all means, cut to the others.
Oh, yeah. But what the fuck happened? At any time, if you just want to describe to me what happens, that's absolutely fine. There is nothing out here that can attack you. None of the trees seem to be animated anymore. It is just an empty woodland. There's no undead enemies. You can run to your heart's content. It's just going to take longer for you to come back. Or Hendrix could lead you in a full circle and you end up coming the other side of the clearing. That would require a survival check. But other than that, what happens?
For now, Liam's just following Hendrix.
Okay.
Down to Hendrix. What Hendrix?
Chasing his tail. Hendrix chasing Raphy's tail. Raphy's chasing.
Just going around the circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I will try and lead us around, but I'm not sure. Hendrix is thinking clearly enough to do that. So we'll see. We'll make
Okay. Yep. And Liam, you can now make
running.
Liam, to be honest, you don't even need to make me wisdom save. Yeah. Hendrix, you lead wherever you want to lead them, whether that's back around in a huge circle to run Liam out or whatever. You can transform back at any point. And
okay, we'll keep going in sort of concentric circles until
you're tired. Okay.
He's okay.
In that case, Cadman, do you investigate this thing or not?
It's down deep. He said it's in the depths, didn't you?
Yep. It's about 20, 25 foot down in the water.
What would be down? I'll sort of speak up. What would be down in the bottom?
Who are you saying that to?
Morwood.
She looks over to you. The bottom of the spring? She looks confused. She's not able to stand. She is so weak now. She's completely tapped.
Is there any way of getting a better look without going in there?
You could use if you've got a torch, you You could use a torch.
Just mentioning the time.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave that for next week, working out how to get that out, or see what it is?
Or do you want to wrap this up?
I kind of want to wrap up just this scene, and then we can get you guys home on the next one. It's going to be very simple. She'll just take you.
Ask one of the other two if they've got a light.
But it's up to you whether you want to go back for Jack and all the other bits that you want to do. So I just message on my Discord saying from Ben, running late, start without me.
I'm sure I've got a torch.
Yep. Use a torch.
I'm sure
You are with
Yep.
Cadman's nat 20, and Beren, you are incredibly perceptive anyway, naturally. You shine this torch down. It is crystal clear spring. Had you come here during the day and had been standing near the pond, you would see there is an object directly below, half covered in silt and dirt. It is quite a large object. And that is what you see at the bottom.
Okay.
Ben was
Fair
right.
enough.
Ben just predicted this in the chat.
Yeah.
And next week we'll see what our heroes do to get it out, because it's fucking heavy. Thank you very much for joining us. This has been awesome.
Thank you
Thank you very much, Bea.
That was amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Very
really good.
Yeah. Two brilliant.
Thank you guys very much.
Thanks all. Bye.
And see you next week.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.